Sergeant Pepper's. We hope you will enjoy the show. Yeah!
What's going on, guys? JD here. Yes, I know, 2 videos today. Crazy. If you haven't seen the first one, it's up there in the little thingy thing. But today I'm going to be going into History Mixtano, my little Anthony Fantano alter ego. And we're going to be talking about Paul McCartney's brand new song that he released for the new year. Happy New Year. I probably said that in the first video. It's called Get Enough.
Get enough, get enough, get enough.
It's I don't know if it's an unreleased track off the Egypt Station, but it's obviously done in those sessions. So we're going to be talking about the track, what I think about it, and more. So if you haven't heard the song, don't watch this yet, because all the links to stream the song, download the song, whatever, buy the song, they're all down in the description, and I recommend you listen to it a few times before you check out this video.
I can't get enough of you.
But if you've already listened to it, which hopefully you have, it came out at exactly midnight last night. I got to listen to it a little bit early, thanks to an awesome viewer who I'm not going to name names because we don't want the FBI tracking you down. You know, we care about people in history in the mix. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Paul McCartney and the Beatles, but I love Paul McCartney's solo career, and I've been getting just more and more into it with the release of Egypt Station this year, which I also talked about in the earlier video. I've really been digging his style, what he's been going for, and Get Enough is not different from that at all. It's an Egypt Station track. It's 2010 Paul. I mean, 2010 Paul kind of has like a format. You know, songs like For You. Well, I mean, yeah, there is a format. You get songs like For You, Come On To Me, and I Don't Know. Those are perfect examples of Paul McCartney's 2010s format. This song fits in there perfectly. It's really upbeat, very modernized. But unlike the song For You, it feels more real. I feel like For You, which was co-written and co-produced by Ryan Tedder, who also did this track, For You, and this track. Ryan Tedder really has a touch that I feel like is very evident on both of these songs. He's worked with people like Taylor Swift and One Republic, kind of like a Mark Ronson type guy. I like him. I like his work on For You. I don't really love For You, but it's kind of like a funny song that I like to listen to. But he also does a song on Paul's catalog, which was called Nothing for Free, which I really didn't like, and that's weird for me to say. I really hated it. It was on the Target exclusive album of Egypt Station. I can't play it because it automatically gets copyrighted, but it's like, why are you talking to me? You don't get nothing for free. But Paul's really auto-tuned, which that's something we'll talk about in a second. Didn't really dig it. But Ryan Tedder and Paul McCartney didn't get back together, but they also worked together on this track, Get Enough. It was released at midnight, and this is a track that Paul is really worried about. So in this interview, Paul claimed that he actually imagined a voice of his own conscience in the back of his head talking him down from releasing this track. So like Paul was going through some flashbacks releasing this. I know people are going to go, oh no, Paul McCartney's on bloody auto-tune. What have things come to? McCartney explained, at the back of my mind, I've got Elvis Costello saying effing HE double hockey sticks, Paul. McCartney also said that he imagined what the Beatles would have done with autotune, which I really liked, and I'm going to add this in there. He said, you know what? If we'd had this in the Beatles, we would have been, John particularly, we would have been all over autotune, McCartney exclaimed. The overall feel of the song is much different from anything we've ever heard from Paul before, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It opens like a regular McCartney track, kind of slow, kind of in the I don't know format, which I would put this in the I don't know format. He says some stuff that's really deep and meaningful, which it's a Paul McCartney song, of course, but it's also co-written by Ryan Tedder, which I don't really like that. I mean, I like Ryan Tedder, but I don't like the fact that it's co-written, because we don't know how much Paul really contributed, which I'm sure it was a lot. But he says some things. Why did I put down my laptop? It had all the lyrics.
There was a time when we walked by the docks. I told you I'd need you all of my life.
I mean, I always hate assigning meanings to Paul McCartney songs because I feel like everybody does that. But this song, I get Linda vibes. I'm sorry. I really because he says stuff like, I've been wanting a love and embrace. I've been looking for love and it gets me nowhere. So I feel like that's kind of the mindset he was in. I feel like it was about somebody that he lost, whether it was his mother, maybe it was about John. It's not about John, but a woman in his life that he's lost. And I feel like this song displays that very well. It's very meaningful. It's really down low. And one of the things that how it makes it unlike the other Tedder collaborations is that it relies on autotune, but it also relies a lot on McCartney. With "For You," it relied on the little backing vocals, the "you" in the back and the mix. But this one really relies on McCartney and his voice, which I love. It's centered on McCartney. That's exactly what we need. If there was any complaints with Egypt Station, that would be my complaint, is that the mixes took away from McCartney's voice. But this one hammers on McCartney's voice.
I've been looking for love, but it gets me nowhere.
You know, he starts it. It's really quiet. There was a line where we used to talk on the docks. And then Paul McCartney reforms. I don't know. It actually almost made me cry. Because there's this one part where it gets down. I don't know if I'd call it the chorus, but like all the slow crap just stops. Well, not crap. I liked it. But you feel like a rumble, like something you'd hear in like a Marvel trailer. And then Paul McCartney starts screaming on the microphone. I don't know. Which I want to know what this song's about. Big deal. I want to know where Paul McCartney's head was. But wherever it was amazing. Because he's screaming, can't get enough, can't get enough. And that sounded so good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't like how after that it went back to the slow stuff. I feel like if you're it started down here, went up here, you can't go back down. It should have went back up. He should have got even more into it. This is not a track you're going to see live. It's going to be a Paul McCartney deep cut. But I do want to talk about the use of autotune in the song, which I talked about earlier. How one of the major things people are saying about the song is the autotune. It's a lot. It is. It really is. There's a lot of autotune. If you do not like modern music, which I don't really like modern music, but I can appreciate it. But I agree what he said. The Beatles would totally be into autotune. And I actually kind of like the use of it here.
Do you remember?
I think we can all agree that autotune's not in there to be autotune. It's in there because Paul is very experimental. We know that from songs like Wonderful Christmas Time and Temporary Secretary. Paul McCartney loves to use new technology, and this is a part of that. Paul was going into it, and I loved it. I love the song. Is it terrific? Is it amazing? No, it's far from it. But I wouldn't have put it on Egypt Station. But the number one thing that I can say about this song is it is unlike anything we've ever heard before from Paul McCartney.
Get enough, get enough, get enough, girl.
I'm not disappointed, but I know a lot of people are going to be. A lot of people don't like this song. I understand. This is either one of the songs where you really love it or you really hate it. But I feel like McCartney excellence. Maybe I'm no, there's Paul songs that I don't like because I'm going through the Wings discography right now, and there are some songs that I really don't like, but this is not one of them. But yeah, I think Ryan Tedder and Paul McCartney did solid on this track. Out of 5, I'd give it about a 2.5 to a 3, somewhere in there. It could use a little bit of improving, but I'm a big fan of it. I loved it. So this is kind of a short video. I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's in the news, and whenever something about one of my favorite artists is in the news, we need to talk about it. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. What did you guys think of Get Enough? Go listen to it if you haven't yet, or comment down below what you thought of it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Mixing History, and then on Twitter at History in the Mix. Ryan Tedder, Paul McCartney. Don't copyright this video because I just used your song a little bit. And it's a really good song. I like it. Go listen to it. Go stream it. Go stream it. We got Egypt Station #1 on the Billboard charts, so I think we can get enough somewhere on there. So if you haven't seen my new video today, go watch that. And I am outie, I guess. Make that change. Make that change. That's how I sign off. I forgot. It's been 3 months.
Hello, this is Michael Jackson. Thank you so much for being here. More to come. Keep checking in.